Bank Savings Dreams promotion is 6 o'clock.
Hey everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi. In this space, we connect with some of your favorite people as they share their journeys. Here we have some unfiltered conversations as we deep dive into their inspirations, motivations, and experiences to inspire our own life journey.
Odyssey with Yendi, brought to you by Grace and Singer. Welcome to another E-Live. Today we journey to 450 listening party for his album, Pieces of Me.
I'm excited to see his versatility because he's an all-rounder, so I'm excited to just hear him being his true self. So I'm just excited to see what is to come.
In the history of dancehall, reggae music, our genre, one artist from him busting on a day off, in on a slow time, in on a sloop, in on a valley. When they now walk the ass up, then they are foreign.
Fellow artists came to show their support.
Learning my lessons, now I'm willing and available to do just what I can. As humble as I am, working towards a goal, and I give thanks for helping us.
Alright, so we're here with Lila Ike tonight at the 450 listening lounge. Lila, how are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling good, it's a good night.
Alright, Lila, so can we expect any live concert from you soon?
Yeah man, definitely. Well, I don't know, I'm on Sumfest. This is my very first Sumfest, July. I want a 19 night too, so that's something to look forward to.
15, a real life, bro. Me know all I something on the album, brother. You see me I say? And when me hear, you know that. On different meds you have. You see me I say? So just go on hold him, go on do it, press, no stop. I'm feeling like a stop right now. My legs do it.
So we're here with Governor tonight at the 450 album listening party. How are you feeling tonight, Governor?
Blessed, you know what I mean? Happy to be alive. Happy for the day we can enjoy some good music, you know what I mean? I'm feeling proud of 450 because one of my favorite upcoming artists, was one of my favorite upcoming artists, and same established now 3 years in the industry. And you know, I'm an artist, I love a body of work, so the same, actually I made this step to go and do this. I feel proud and feel good, you know what I mean?
I will say fry planting on Sunday morning. That's been when Lila walks in. You don't know this is Lila Ike, we are up for CVM. See tapping right here on CVM TV. Love and life.
Hello. Good morning. I'm ready to go. Hello. Today's a good day. Good morning. Today's a good day. I'm ready. Today's a good day. For the world. Today's a good day. Woke up with a smile on my face. I'm happy for today. I'm thankful for today. Yeah. Woke up with a smile on my face. I'm happy for today. I'm thankful.
good
Happy
day.
sunrise
It's a good
to all
day.
sunrisers.
It's a good day.
Happy Monday. Good morning, everybody.
Morning, happy Monday.
Yes.
It's that kind of day. Good morning. Today is a good day.
Yes.
It's a good day to have a good day. And so you know, so we're just kicking off the day like a ball.
That is it.
Yeah.
This is the day. This is the day that the Lord has made. That the Lord has made. We will rejoice. We will rejoice and be glad in it. And be glad in it. What we say? This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. Hey, this is the day. This is the day that the Lord has made. Yay! All who never go to Sunday school got a little bless up. That is it. You have to have the Sunday school clap. You understand? Yeah. Then one day.
Yeah.
But then you have to clap with a certain way. There's your cup your hand. You understand?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You
no,
see
you have
it?
to clap on it.
Yeah.
And make it rise up.
Yeah. That is
That's
it.
right.
Good morning, everybody. All the persons who went to Sabbath school over the
Yes.
weekend, those who went to Sunday school.
That's
Good
right.
morning to you.
Morning.
And a very special morning to everybody watching on our YouTube channel. Please make sure you subscribe, you like the video. And we thank you so very much for rising with us yet another day. It is Monday, July. What, Dennis?
7.
Dennis, or is it
7?
July already?
Well, I know. May I try? I'll tell you why. May I try slow down July a little bit because July I move a little bit too fast.
Yeah.
I may have reason for one. Slow it down just a little bit.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I'm trying to have some things I need to do.
But I know that some parents, though, they're trying to speed it up because they want the kids to go back to school.
True enough.
I know.
True
Good
enough.
morning to all the kids at home this morning.
You know, it's a Jackson want to go summer school this year.
He wants to go?
He doesn't want to go.
Really?
I don't know why. He's like, Daddy, can I not go to summer school?
So what is he going to do?
Eh? I said, look here, hush up your mouth. Like, I'm trying to negotiate with me to not go to summer school.
Well, I mean...
He want to stay home and play game.
No, we're not
And
doing
they're
that.
not doing that.
No, we're not doing that, no.
Yeah.
But big ups to all the parents, though. I know summer school, a lot of summer camps are starting today. So good morning to all the campers, right? Everybody, all the teachers, all the camp facilitators. Good morning to you. And I just want to remind every child this morning, please go easy on the light, right? When you're not in the room, please turn off the light.
Fridge.
If you don't want anything in the fridge, don't go in the fridge.
go in the fridge.
Please think about what you want before you actually go into the fridge. Please remember to spread your bed, okay? Remember to take up your toys, pack them away, okay? And you know what would be nice? If you clean up the house so that when mommy comes home or daddy comes home, the place is spick and span, okay? Thank you so much. Remember to don't light the stove if you're not of that age.
No.
Right?
Yeah,
No
yeah.
experimenting with cooking anything when there is not an adult around. Remember too that you don't go to the pool or near any body of water without a grown-up.
Yes.
Okay? Yeah,
yes.
because don't make nobody tell you to go to a river, inveigle you, to go to any beach
canal,
or river. Canal.
If you live in a town with canal.
AKA kennel.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, say kennel.
Yeah.
Because
you know that it's the season, it's a drowning season as well.
Yes.
It's drowning season as well, so you know that there is an increase in reports of drowning at this time of the year. So you have picnic will leave at the end of this academic year and don't come back the next. Let's all just,
And
be,
parents,
be wise.
as much as you can, if you can leave some activities for them to do, then it's
Yes.
throughout the day. You understand? So from the night before, you plan, okay, these are the things that I want you to accomplish today, right? And be very mindful at the age at which you leave them by themselves. As best as you can, try to have an adult there. You know what I mean? Because really, actually.
But also be mindful of the adults that you leave in the care of your children.
Yeah.
Because again, this period of reduced supervision is
Yes.
also a period where you have a greater level of reporting of abuse. Yeah. So this is also a time when predators spot vulnerabilities. So please be mindful of that. and be careful of the people who you're leaving your children with and who has access to the people that you're leaving your children with.
Yes.
That's another factor, all right?
Also, tell the children that you're not sending anybody to them. Therefore, they don't open the gate or the door for anyone.
Yeah.
Anybody comes knocking, don't open the gate. You're not sending anybody to them, because sometimes these adults, because you're a child, you're going to be inclined, you're trusting, you know what I mean, and unsuspecting, you're going to open the place, right? So parents, please leave these little guidelines for the children. They're kids, they're not going to know.
Passwords,
code word and password. Yeah. Anybody come into the house, this is the password, right? Maybe forgiveness. Because today is Global Forgiveness Day.
That's right.
July 7, right? So maybe the forgiveness can be your password. But guys,
and change the password periodically.
Exactly, right? And you have to leave these tidbits with the kids, because there are so Gavin just walked through the camera, I'm just cry. But that's all right. Yeah. It's a whole thing. Right?
I forgive him. I forgive you, Gavin. I forgive you. It's Global Forgiveness
Gavin,
Day.
DJ, what did I say? I gotta tell you. Yeah. So
the camera blockade is a spirit that occasionally passes through the studio.
Video roll, Dennis. Video roll.
Hey.
Gotta tell you, yeah. But Dennis, are you a big forgiving person? Are you big on forgiveness?
I would say yes, but I look at it slightly differently.
Okay.
So one, I don't believe that you should forget. I'm not God. I'm not Jesus.
I have amnesia.
I'm not Jesus. So I know I'm not going to necessarily cast it into the sea of forgetfulness. And I think that memory serves a particular purpose.
Truly.
It's a part of the healing process. But forgiveness, if you even just break down the word, and John Mark was saying this the other day, John Mark Wigan was saying, forgive. I'm deciding from before to give you grace. We've said it before that it depends on the relationship, because some people may not go forgive you.
True.
Right? But I know that I might, if we are in a particular relationship, like for instance, if me and you, I know that in the course of a long life, I might offend you.
Right.
Because I'm not plan for dead anytime soon.
Right.
So in the course of friendship, I'm probably going to offend you, and I'm going to need your grace.
Right.
So I'm going to offer it to you.
Yeah.
Because I know that that's how it goes. We're all flawed human beings.
Right.
So I do believe in forgiveness.
I believe in forgiveness, but here my thing is, right? So I'm a very loyal person.
Yes.
And I have a problem with people who have the Judas spirit and who are traitors, right?
Oh.
And so I do understand we're friends and we might offend, but if I see that you're genuinely sorry, you know what I mean, or it was not intentional, but if then it's go time we do for bring me down in our life, do.
Oh, well, that's different.
Say.
Yeah, that's different. That different. And remember, you have to perpetuate your own survival. And if people are of such that they are inclined to bring you down, or if they are unrepentant of the wrong that they have done. So there are processes, there are ways of moving in the direction of forgiveness and healing, but it has two sides to it.
Right.
You understand? If you're not penitent, what am I forgiving you
Exactly. And you have a smirk by your face.
You understand?
No, but that's not going to forgive you. None brazen. But I got to tell you, are you big on forgiveness? Well, today is World Forgiveness Day. Do you have anybody that you need to forgive in your life right now? I got to tell you, we have a lot lined up for you today. Put it in the chat and let me know what are your thoughts.
Indeed. Remember, forgiveness is not for the person, it's for you.
Is it?
First and foremost, it's for you.
So, okay.
Hold on. Remember, malice and have up things, it takes maintenance,
Not really, because we mentally bury you. I don't remember. You're not dead to me.
You have to maintain.
No, it's a funeral, Michele. You understand? I'm going to keep funeral every day. I'm going to keep a big funeral at 9 night for you, DJ, and it just done, and you're just dead to me. Yeah, I'm not maintain. None of let me over the grave, look for it and sing, but just bury you.
Well, I think if you can get to the point where you're not upset about it anymore.
I'm not, you're just
you
nothing.
Just feel nothing.
Like somebody asked me if I love them or hate them. I nothing you. I don't love you, I don't hate you, I nothing you. Yeah.
Well then.
I'm just saying.
Well then you move beyond
Definitely.
you moved into just a new realm of...
DJ, I'm in a different realm,
What?
So good morning.
Who named her?
All right, guys. We have a great show lined up for you as usual, but Stacey's in my ear saying that I have to go to mixtape. Now I have to go to mixtape.
She's doing her best Natasha Lou impression.
Yeah, you say that. Mixtape
so,
so
in that regard,
we're going to go to our mixtape right now for the Monday morning, right here on Sunrise. Check it.
Heaven surrounds me every time you wrap your arms around me, and there's nothing I can say you'll ever do. It's all about love. It's all about leaning on each other through the hardest times. It's all about love. It's all about love. It's all about not what we take, but what we leave behind. When the tides of life are getting high. So fly, 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 butterfly. Let your colors paint.
Sagicor, building trust for generations. Celebrating 55 years.
The time by Sagicor is
6:15.
It's just joy and niceness whenever we get together. And that smile on your face is something to treasure.
Grateful that in these special moments, I'm the one that you always chosen.
Thank you, Jamaica, for 50 years of finger-licking good memories. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Yeah.
From politics to global events, from social issues to breaking news, Lead Story Prime dives deeper, cuts through the noise, and uncovers the stories that shape your world. Join us every Tuesday at 8 p.m. for Lead Story Prime with me, George Davis, for an hour of incisive analysis, expert interviews, and unparalleled coverage of the issues you care about. Lead Story Prime, your front row seat to the most compelling discussions. Lead Story Prime, where the truth comes first. Only on CVM TV.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's a live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Come and tell me what is bothering you, Krishna. Come on.
If Mummy wins tomorrow's competition, then she will leave and take me away.
I won't allow that.
So the court gives the order that from today, Krishna's legal guardian will be her father, Mr. Sagar Chaturvedi.
I don't want to hear Ganga's name again as long as I live.
Ganga.
Brought to you by
Hyundai or Hyundai.
Join us this week on Tourism One-on-One as we examine the growth of the Morgans Group, the local bedding manufacturer, and how they have benefited from various initiatives of the Tourism Enhancement Fund, including through the Tourism Linkages Network.
everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi. In this space, we connect with some of your favorite people as they share their journeys. Here we have some unfiltered conversations as we deep dive into their inspirations, motivations, and experiences to inspire our own life journey.
Odyssey with Yendi, brought to you by Grace and Singer.
Yeah, man, this is Graham Smargan. I want you to keep watching CVM TV, be inspired, be informed, right? See it happen right here on CVM TV. Morgan Heritage till year 3000 and beyond. Graham Smargan say that. See it? Blessings.
20 minutes after 6 o'clock on this Monday morning. It is 23 degrees Celsius here in Kingston City.
That's
Oh
right.
my days. Good
Yes.
morning. It's going to be a warm one. It's going to be red hot. And that is a great segue into bringing us into the Lady in Red.
Hey.
She's dancing with me. Can we pan to the Lady in Red and the other Lady in Red?
Ladies in red.
The ladies in red this
Jen Michelle
morning.
said, let's heat up the set.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I love it for us. I love it for us. Lovely.
Got the red lipstick.
That's right.
Got the
Thank
red.
you, J-Pal. Yeah.
It's on. It's
You know,
on.
you know, I was listening to you guys earlier when we were talking about forgiveness. And you know what I realized? I'm not so good at forgiving.
How you realize that?
I don't know how to, because every time, you see, because if something hurts me, it hurts me so deeply that I always remember it and it plays over and over. And then it makes it a little hard for me to move forward.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
It's like when a dog bites you, I'm not go back in the yard. Nobody can tell me, oh, come in the yard, the dog not bite you. The dog have teeth, you could have tricked me. You're going to the dog have false teeth. Oh, the dog don't bite. The dog tell you that? You're a dog whisperer? I'm not with that. Don't tell me your dog don't bite. So, TK, and that is why I like to keep it honest and very authentic, right? And so, as I said to Dennis, it depends on what it is. Because we're all human beings, and as he rightly said, we are flawed, and we do make mistakes. But some are intentional, and some are accidental, right? So you offend me, I never mean to do it, and you're actually repentant about it, and you're sorry, and yeah, I can see that. But you have some people, they go through this clandestine thing, and then bad mind you, and then betray you, and especially people who you've been good to. You know what I mean? And you had no reason. So what is the reason why you do TK that? No. But you mean you don't know? TK has been good to you. She has treated you well. You know, it's like, oh, you have some people, them like to talk about, oh, I'm dirty boss. And now talk about dirty workers, right? You have some workers, people who work for you, who you treat well. You treat all them children well, and them thief from you. And somebody who I treated her children well, I treated her well, and she been stealing and catch her stealing. Now that for me is unforgivable. Yeah. And I'm sure she not tell her pitting them why me fire her. She probably I'm the villain in their story, right? Your mother thief. Or what I've done so much good for you. How you do that? Oh, I forgive that now.
No, and again.
But we have to, as Dennis said, it's for us and not the person,
remember what you said? You said, when you get hurt, you hurt very deeply, 1. 2, every time you think about it, it re-hurt you.
Yes.
3, you say you cannot move on. Those are all reasons why you are now stuck in that situation, which is why I say you need to go through a process that is for you. You understand?
Yeah.
Because you are still stuck in that moment or that place of hurt.
It's true.
So I'm say, how do you heal?
Bury them in your mind.
No, and that's why we need steps to take to become more forgiving.
Stay far from Judas and wicked people. Yeah, and when you know them and Judas, it showed the very appearance of evil. Make them stay one side. Me not like them. Girl, me can't start to lie them.
You know what's really challenging is like people who do things to children, and it impacts children for so long. And then you said, no, child, you now have to learn to forgive, even though it's just a lot.
Hold on, again, forgiveness may come with conditionalities. Forgiveness may come at different levels, but not everybody is worthy of forgiveness. Well, none of us
that's
are
not. But that's not how it's supposed to be. Everybody is supposed to be forgiven. Forgiven,
Hold on, there's justice. There's mercy, there's grace. All of those things are different concepts. And at the end of the day, justice must prevail. You understand? You must get what people who do wrong must get what they deserve.
Absolutely.
You understand?
That's why I'm justified.
You know
No,
Don't come near
I'm
me.
going to jump into the comments on
Sorry,
YouTube
I
and
feel
find
like
out what they're
sometimes if
saying.
you forgive certain people, I just set up yourself for them come kill you, for come poison you. Because if you do me that, then it's what you would do me. You could have dropped something on my food. You could have,
hold on, and that is why.
Stay far from
Hold on,
me.
and
Just
that is why I
big up
say.
yourself.
That's why I say I don't believe in forgive and forget.
The only place where you're supposed to walk, I even get on the line up and God, I call your name. Yeah. Miss Kitty, I'm going to say, yes, Father God, I'm here. Yeah, I'm going to say on the line, I'm going to say, yeah, you, yeah. Yeah.
Can't carry that into heaven, Miss
I was
Kitty.
about to say.
At the gate.
When you go in.
Going in.
Okay.
So I'm outside.
All right.
God,
Fair
I call
enough.
way up.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
List, you understand?
Fair
so
enough.
like at the interview,
At the interview, yeah.
Like visa.
The audition, yeah.
Oh, like when you go for your visa.
Yeah, I'm there at the window.
But hope you get the right color paper.
I said, oh God, I said hello to her. She said, I, and I said, I back. Yeah, I couldn't answer. Yeah, I said, God. So
we're working on it. We're all working on it.
Yeah,
but
we're work in progress.
It's Forgiveness Day. It's Forgiveness Day. Let's focus on forgiving. That's what we shall do.
Forgiveness.
Yeah, that's just it.
Speaking of International Day, it's an important regional day because the 49th CARICOM Heads of Government Conference is underway in Montego Bay, St. James. It's being held in Jamaica. The Jamaican Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Dr. Andrew Holness, has assumed the chairmanship of CARICOM. Congratulations again. He's taking over from the Honorable Mia Mottley, Prime Minister of Barbados. It is a very important CARICOM conference. They're covering a wide cross-section of issues. One of the things that they're focusing on heavily is law enforcement.
Yes, sovereignty. I heard Mia speak about that, which was quite a very engaging speech and gave us a lot of food for thought. And I was like, you know what? As Caribbean, you know, it's funny how, though informative years, conquering a country was the way that countries, you know, got people, took over. And though it seems long ago, Ukraine and the whole Russia situation reminds us.
It started off with annexation of Crimea,
and Georgia,
and then it's gradually expanding.
And it can happen to us if we're not careful, because if we become so dependent on them, their technology, and all that they have, then we make ourselves vulnerable. So she was talking about how to fortify ourselves and don't just sit down and think that it can't happen to us, you know.
True.
So I really was quite engaged and was quite like, Mia.
Yeah.
You know,
one of the things that was a source of national and institutional pride for me is the fact that the Jamaica Constabulary Force was asked to mount a massive display of technology. So people who got to see the technology section of the JCF Expo, they actually mounted a much larger version of the technology expo. So there's a very large room at the Montego Bay Convention Center where the expo is now underway, and so they're presenting the technology of the JCF to the CARICOM heads. And so the CARICOM heads are now able to engage and say, me need for carry this come on my country. This is what you Jamaicans are doing. So in that regard, the Jamaica and the JCF is becoming that test case for the rest of the region. So we're exerting regional leadership in law enforcement, which is actually very good.
And I love that. That's what it's all about. Coming and saying, oh, this is what Jamaica is doing. Let me bring this back. Oh, is that what's happening in Barbados? This piece of it could match right here. So this wouldn't work for us, you know, but this would. And that is what
that's what regionalization is about. And regionalism is about.
Regional integration, you know, so it's seamless. And as we're talking about region, I want to say congratulations to my friend, my sister friend, Professor Donna P. Hope, distinguished scholar and cultural expert. Professor Donna Hope is the new president of the Caribbean Studies Association, the CSA. The CSA is the leading independent professional organization for scholars, students, and practitioners dedicated to the study about the advancement of the Caribbean region with members worldwide. She's an author, she's beautiful, she's wonderful.
She's a
so
great
erudite.
teacher.
Yeah, great teacher.
You know, she started off at Karamak first, and then she went and did another further studies in political science.
Yeah. Really?
She was which one of the scholars was she? It wasn't
not Fulbright.
Fulbright. She was a Fulbright scholar. Of course, she did a lot of studies in dance hall.
Yes.
But I remember she was a lecturer, a tutor of mine. At the time, she was a tutor. The time that the course was GT11A, Introduction to Political Institutions.
Wow. Yes.
But she had a profound impact on my intellectual development. And I've always told her this, that in terms of how I analyze things, she had a very big impact on me. And so I've always had a great regard for her. Of course, eventually, becoming a teacher of sociology and Caribbean studies. So seeing her become the president of the Caribbean Studies Association,
fitting.
It is quite
natural
fitting. Yeah, it's a natural progression.
She's one of those lecturers who, even if you never take her class, you just want to sit down in there.
Yeah.
Why is she fun? She made it fun.
Yeah, and
relatable.
it's relatable.
Yeah.
Nice.
And she's going to challenge you.
Yeah, go over
think.
N1, high N1 people.
Yeah, she's going to challenge you to think.
Congratulations, Donna. Hope I saw her recently. So, this is a big deal. So big ups to her. And I love women in these positions too, because again, representation matters, TK.
Yep.
Because the fact that Professor Donna Hope has done it, it means that you can do it. I can do it. A little girl who is watching Sunrise this morning, they can do it as well. And we just want to say happy birthday to Gramps Morgan. You'd have seen his mixtape.
Was yesterday?
Yesterday or today? My fellow key to the city of Tamarack recipient. They're in Germany right now, locking it down. Big ups to Una Morgan and the entire Morgan Heritage family. But big ups to Grams. Love you loads. Enough love. Really a great guy. Such a talent. Such a wonderful.
A very genuine guy.
Genuine, nice guy. You know what I mean? And when him say rock cause, I gotta tell you, it does rock the ladies' bones. I see the reaction all the time. But God bless you, Grams. May your life be long, healthy, wealthy, and strong. And may you continue to spread love all around the world.
Yeah.
And that's it for this morning, TK. Headlines. Michaela, what do people must say about the forgiveness? Are they forgiving people? Oh my God. Coming up next, the scams are getting more sophisticated. But Sir Carlton is here to the rescue. Super Carlton. Gotta tell you.
We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Welcome to our place, where your imagination can blossom into something amazing.
Where you can get tertiary level education at a practical level.
Where you can be as creative as you dare.
Harnessing cutting-edge technology.
To create world-class entrepreneurs and critical thinkers.
Where even lecturers gain benefits from our experience.
Your place is the Vocational Training Development Institute, where tertiary level education and training is empowering and transforming lives.
You belong here!
Living in a systematic adjudication area, it's time to secure what's yours. The National Land Agency is distributing titles under its Systematic Land Registration Program. Persons in St. Elizabeth and Manchester, visit the Junction Guest House in St. Elizabeth to collect your title. In St. Catherine, we're coming to you house to house. To collect your title, bring your government-issued photo ID. If someone is collecting on your behalf, they should bring
Why won't you do the test? Tell me, Kashish, why won't you do it?
Because I'm not pregnant, Ganga.
I cannot allow a liar like you to live in my house. Get out of here right now.
The Chaturvedis will never be able to guess who is behind all of this. And hats off to you, Yash.
Yash? Get in the car, then our driver is going to take you straight to your daughter.
Ganga.
Brought to you by
Hyundai or Hyundai.
Join us us this week on Tourism One-on-One as we examine the growth of the Morgans Group, the local bedding manufacturer, and how they have benefited from various initiatives of the Tourism Enhancement Fund, including through the Tourism Linkages Network.
Yo, this is Governor representing of the CVM, you know. C-Tappen and CVM right now. Yeah.
Should critical illness strike? Don't let worry fill your head. Say hello to happiness and goodbye to worry with Guardian Life's new Ultimate Provider Plan. Secure your medical expenses in the event of critical illness ahead of time while benefiting from more investment portfolio and so much more. Give yourself and your family the peace of mind you deserve with Guardian Life's new Ultimate Provider Plan today. And live secure, live easy.
Thanks for staying with us here on Sunrise. Good morning to you. Of course, it is now time for Money Masterclass. And of course, not every scammer is dialing up your number on a banger. Hello, today's your lucky day.
You know, Dennis just said banger.
Hello, ma'am. Cool off for the bad ode. No, some wear suits.
The bad ode.
Cool off for the bad ode. Some wear suit and tie. Some send emails and sound very convincing. Well, this morning we're talking about the silent thief in your inbox, the business email compromise, aka BEC. Carlton Stewart, he is here with another Money Masterclass, which is brought to you by Guardian Life. And he's going to be teaching us how to spot the differences between legit and potentially lethal emails.
Email.
Carlton.
Hi, Carlton.
Good morning,
Carlton. Today
Carlton,
is your lucky day.
I want you to write down everything that I'm saying.
Listen to me.
But I saw a TikTok video once in Carlton where this male was actually giving a tutorial on accent, because he must say, I have to master the accent, forget the client name.
Yeah, before.
And like when he was doing it, I was just flabbergasted. Like he sounded like.
And I said, if you spend that effort into legal things, would be so advanced.
But remember, it's a skill that they would have gotten, many of them, from being trained for call centers. So the BPO sector.
As well. Yeah,
and then again, if you're toxic a certain way, the education not gonna make you better. It's gonna empower you for being
the worst.
your evil, dirty character that you are.
But I know we've been accustomed to, as you mentioned earlier, scamming through the phone calls, etc. I know we've done phishing before as well.
And vishing.
Yeah, and vishing, etc. But things are becoming more and more intense in the scamming area, and once it affects you and your money, Money Masterclass, we're going to be educating you on that. So I did a course in recent times on this, and I'm like, if that was a wow moment for me, I said, let us bring it to Money Masterclass as well, because it affects businesses, small businesses like yourself, persons who work on themselves, persons who are self-employed, etc., etc. It affects those people as well. Let's discuss it this morning. So BEC, Business Email Compromise, is really a cyber attack which involves tricking an individual into either transferring money or disclosing sensitive information. So that's the basis of what this entails. So, Mr. Carlton, how it works. So number one, they spoof your email, which is really try to get into your email or create something that looks maybe possibly like the email, or to take your exact email. They can create one that looks like it. So, for example, your email under your company is dennis.brooks@jcf.com.jm. They will maybe put DE, and then it's DNNIS. They may put DENIS, or Brooks, BROOKES.
Yes.
And you, the recipient, you don't even realize, because everything else looks exactly alike. The signature looks alike, everything looks alike. And that email may come to your inbox, and then you are tricked in how you're going to be moving forward. But there are several options with this fraud that you need to be aware of. Number one, you have what's called a CEO fraud, which is when they target high-level individuals in your company, or if you're self-employed, for example, you have a booking manager or somebody who normally pays your invoices, etc. They may target those persons. So anybody within the company that has authority in making payments and giving instructions, they will target those persons. The email can either come from somebody like Miss Kitty, it may come from you to the persons who work for you. It can come from Dennis, who maybe the SSP, and Dennis has some amount of authority over giving instructions to maybe the other workers who work below you. So the email will come from those persons. And when the email does come, it appears very urgent. It appears very legitimate. So you, the employee, you get that email, you're running. Because Miss Kitty, the time wasting. So email comes saying, pay Jeremy now.
Yes.
And someone get the email, they're not going to check them, just boom. Go on and go make a payment, and you realize that happens. You have what's called a false invoice scheme. So they pretend that they are a supplier, or they know. They know that Miss Kitty or Dennis, they purchased this particular item for the business, etc. They will social engineering, meaning they come around to know what's happening. So they know that you ordered this. They know that this is going on in your life. And then they create these invoices, send them as a make payments now. On those invoices, though, the information is incorrect. So it's not going to the legitimate person. So the invoice appears from a legitimate source, and boom, money gone. You have the attorney impersonation. So they know that you're buying house, they know you're buying land, they know you're doing a business deal. So obviously these scams are from maybe high level, because you're doing something, and the email comes from your attorney, or it appears it comes from your attorney. Make another 2% deposit here. Make a deposit, transfer the money here. And you who are so excited about your transaction, your car loan is coming through, you see an email come through to transfer this as fee, etc. And then that money, boom, gone through the door. And the vendor one ties in similar to the fake invoice one. So they pretend as though they are selling you something. Them here say, yeah, buy a car from ATL, for example. They know this. They create an invoice from ATL and say, make a deposit. No, $100,000, $1 million deposit on your car to secure the car. You are so excited. What do? You send off the money. And these things have a large impact. Over the last maybe 10, 11 years, there are about 2013, 2022, there are about $51 billion have been defrauded from companies, from small business, from individuals. 51 how much? Billion. We're not talking about million.
I know if I give something like that now, and them something I talk about.
You can't.
Give them when they're in prison.
Yeah.
And you get back
but you don't get back your money sometimes.
Sometimes you don't get it back, Carlton.
You don't.
You don't. Half the time you're never going to get it back. No. Then it's gone.
It's gone. Yeah, because bear in mind, nobody came and said, all right, stick you up. They trick you.
Yeah.
So you actually sent the money. Nobody came in and took the money out of it. So which is why you just have to be careful with you and your money. You work so hard for your money, and then within a matter of minutes, persons are in your account. But what do you do? How can you guard yourself against this, which is so important? Number one, you need multi-factor authentication. I know sometimes it's a bit tiring now. You're logging into your email, send a message to your phone. It want your WhatsApp you. It want to send call your phone. But you want to do that because you want to ensure that you are protecting your money. Number two, use strong username and password. So even when it is that they trick you in sending over maybe the part of the username, the password is so strong they can't really get through. Number three, which is so important, most important, train your employees. If the person who handles accounts, Dennis, get an email, they should know that, here what, this is a red flag. The email address don't look right. Dennis don't normally talk so. The email is not a little bit strong. If English off, we know that Dennis is an English major. So the email come and you say
if the email say off to, is that Dennis?
Yeah, off to
By the way, off to is not a word.
You know Dennis not right
I'm reeling. O-F-T-O, Dennis is not going to say off to. You understand? The word is have to, not off to.
Or where you should use you just say
Yeah.
You know, that's not coming from Dennis.
No.
Yeah. But you may see an email from Miss Kitty, you say erudite, you say, Miss Kitty, you know. but it is out of context.
Felicitous morning, staff.
Felicitous morning, yes.
No. From a
resplendent morning. A resplendent morning, staff.
Felicitous afternoon. You know it.
That's my point. But that's when they get so smart. They study Miss Kitty. They study Dennis. They know the words they use and how you use it. But sometimes they slip up.
Yeah.
So
pick up the phone and call. Pick up the phone.
Verify payment of all by a different source. You get an email to make the payment. Miss Kitty, Dennis, I see an email coming in from whatever the case is. Verify. But sometimes the email comes with such urgency. In the middle of the night, you say an email come late. I'm over in Tamra collecting the keys right now to the city. I don't have time right now. Pay so and so for me. So you know Miss Kitty's in Tamra. You know she collect keys. You know whatever the case is. I said, no man, this must be true. In our car, because it's late now, she has sleep. Or the email may say, I'm going to have to sleep right now, I'm kind of tired.
But when I wake, I need this done by the time I wake up. And the keys are heavy.
The keys are heavy. Pay so and so for me, I'll talk to you in the morning. You said the email now, you said maybe it's true. And you go ahead, but try always.
First of all, Miss Kitty now gonna do it. Miss Kitty, I'm gonna say, write a check. The whole way.
You see, you laugh at the whole way. But these are the reasons I am very mindful. Because the truth of the matter is sometimes you're rushing, life is lifing, and you don't really always have the time to check the fine print. And these thieves are so skillful, right? Even with the best knowledge, because this is what they do for a living, they can outsmart you. You understand? All right. So, for example, I saw a young man, male. He is on bail right now for fleecing $200 million, some Bitcoin, something. You may just say, Then now he's on bail. Guess what he's going to know? Thief $2 million more from someone else. You can't help yourself,
You can't.
You have a problem.
It's a profession.
They can't. This is what they do.
And that's why for me, sometimes it's very scary because even when you try as best you can to cover yourself, because this is what they do and they study you, you get knocked.
So it is so important. But last but not least, I said email filters. Filter the emails. So in your email now, you can let only email that comes from your correct address go to your inbox. So anything else?
Oh, you do that, Carlton?
Yeah, you can put on different filters, man. Filters. So,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So all of Miss Kitty emails for anything repayments, invoice, with any keywords, it goes to a particular inbox. For email that come from Dennis Booth, then goes to a particular inbox. So email
so if you look, it will end up being primary, and then you have invoices,
etc.
You can set up filters by
Yeah.
So that's why you set up my own. Out in these streets.
Yes.
So that everything now for bombard
and bombard you. Yeah. So you want to get that done. But I want to mention some of the threats, which is why this is getting so much more prevalent. Remote working is now a major thing. So you're not, you don't really sometimes know Miss Kitty, you don't know how someone to operate, because you're just in your own little silo space. And some of that is also heightening how things are done as well. And the AI tools, which are now making how people talk, sound like you, the email coming, you just copy one of this email that you have gotten and say, drop this in one of the AI tools and say, write an email to mirror how this person would normally write and do an email. And then within seconds, that's not happening. So we want to discuss this more in detail. So I think we're going to do a class on it at some point because there are other things getting out of hand now. I want to protect you and your money.
That's
so
right.
Anything else? You know where to find me, everybody.
Why you see the hey hi. By the time you say hey hi, they gone with your money.
I'm telling you, there is so much, guys, with which to deal, and that is why I'm so happy Carlton is here always to keep us in the know while we're on the go, because this is information that is so vital that we know, so we can cover ourselves as best as possible. As usual, that was another master money masterclass brought to you by
Guardian Life.
That's right. Up next, thank you so much, Sir Carlton, from shady business to lawful redemption.
Oh, glory.
We're talking second chances and wiping the slate clean with the Ministry of Justice. Justice! Stay with us. Justice.
Should critical illness strike, don't let worry fill your head. Say hello to happiness and goodbye to worry with Guardian Life's new Ultimate Provider Plan. Secure your medical expenses in the event of critical illness ahead of time while benefiting from more investment portfolio and so much more. Give yourself and your family the peace of mind you deserve with Guardian Life's new Ultimate Provider Plan today. And live secure, live easy.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
From politics to global events, from social issues to breaking news, Lead Story Prime dives deeper, cuts through the noise, and uncovers the stories that shape your world. Join us every Tuesday at 8 p.m. for Lead Story Prime with me, George Davis, for an hour of incisive analysis, expert interviews, and unparalleled coverage of the issues you care about. Lead Story Prime, your front row seat to the most compelling discussions. Lead Story Prime, where the truth comes first. Only on CVM TV.
Good morning. Thank you so very much and welcome back to Sunrise. If you are just tuning in, well, guess what? You're right in time for another Law and Order JA. The question presented today reads as follows. At 25 years old, I got into a fight and was convicted of assault occasioning bodily harm. I was sentenced to pay a fine of $20,000 or serve 2 years in prison. I chose to pay the fine, and now at 45 years old, I have not committed any other offenses since that incident. I'm doing my best to provide for my family, but it has been hard to hold down a steady job because this conviction still shows up on my record. I just want to move on with my life. Can this charge be removed? What can I do? Well, Acting Director in the Criminal and Civil Justice Unit of the Ministry of Justice, Patrina Denton Allen, joins us this morning to discuss the process of expungement. What is it? Who qualifies? And how does it apply? Good morning, ma'am. Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you.
How are you doing? Very well. A very relevant and timely question, because I'm quite sure that a lot of people also want to go overseas. You know, they want to get a new job, and they have this little blot against them on their record. So talk to us about what, first of all, is expungement.
So expungement is the removal of an offense from an individual's police or criminal record. Mm-hmm. And it's after a certain time has elapsed.
For example, how long?
After certain requirements have been met. So for a non-custodial sentence, the rehabilitation period is 3 years. And for custodial sentence, it ranges from 5 years to 10 years.
And custodial, you mean being in prison?
Yes.
So non-custodial is when you never get time, you'd pay the fine?
Yes.
Right. Oh, but custodial is when you were locked away. So incarcerated for 10 years, and for non-custodial, it's for 3 years before you can apply for the expungement.
Yes.
Now, how does one apply for an expungement? What is the procedure?
So an application is made to the Ministry of Justice along with supporting documentation. Mm-hmm. It includes the fingerprint impression of the applicant, 2 letters of recommendations from persons of reputable character. Mm-hmm. Can be JP, Minister of Religion, along with a certified or notarized copy of the person's birth certificate or driver's license or national ID, along with the person's fingerprint impression, which must be taken at the Criminal Records Office at 56 Duke Street.
Okay, very well.
And then a processing fee must be paid at the tax office, $3,000 for the process. So those documentation are provided to the ministry, and upon receipt of those documents, the ministry will request a police report from the Criminal Records Office. Upon receipt of the police report, the application is sent to the Criminal Records Rehabilitation of Offenders Board for the board to make a ruling. As soon as a ruling is made on the application, then the applicant will be informed in writing.
So then the expungement is not as of right, it goes before a board and then they decide?
Yes.
What if you're turned down?
If you're
Can you reapply?
Yes, you can. So after 2 years that you are refused by the board, then you can resubmit an application to the board. If your matter is denied, then you can appeal to the Honorable Minister within 60 days from the date that you were turned down from the board.
Okay, very well. And how long does this process normally take?
Well, the process takes some time because we have an external entity to the process, which is the Criminal Records Office. So it can go up to 1 year.
Oh, 1 year. Okay,
Yes.
very well.
Or less.
1 year or less. And in terms of getting the expungement, when you get the letter now, what will it say and what does it mean?
So the letter will inform you that the board would have approved your application or refused your application on such and such a date, and the offenses that you were approved for or refused for.
Okay. And when you get the expungement now, is it that your record is sealed? Is it that the slate is wiped clean so that nobody can hold that against you anymore? What does that, why should people want an expungement?
Well, an expungement, it gives you a peace of mind, basically. It also helps you to start afresh, so you are not basically haunted by your past.
Yes.
So the expungement process is one that gives you an opportunity to start afresh, basically.
I can hear somebody, Petrina, asking, well, Miss Kitty, the question before us this morning speaks about, a conviction for assault occasioning bodily harm. The individual paid the fine. They were not imprisoned. So they had a non-custodial sentence, right?
Yes.
And we're talking about assault occasioning bodily harm. For what offenses can persons get an expungement? Are some offenses just, if from you do that, hello, you're off limit? Or is it that anybody can come before the tribunal?
No, not everyone can come because there are some offenses that are incapable of being expunged.
Such as?
Under murder, rape, illegal possession of firearm, illegal possession of ammunition, and just to name a few, and indecent assault.
Okay, but anything outside of those?
Right, so you have assault, OB harm, possession of ganja, no, not rape. Possession of ganja, assault will be harm.
What about theft or larceny, for example?
Yes, simple larceny as well, yes. Simple larceny can be expunged as well.
Where can we get more information?
Okay, so you can visit our website at moj.gov.jm, or you can call us at 888-JUSTICE, or you can visit us on our social media platforms at MOJ Official JM.
Okay, very well. So for persons who want to get their record wiped or, expunged, it's available. It is possible. You can go and visit the ministry's website and have it done. Human beings all are we, and we do make mistakes and we do fall short of the grace of God, right? And one mistake should not necessarily define your entire life and what it is that you can do. So the expungement provides a certain level of atonement.
Yes, it does.
And especially when you have shown that you are rehabilitated, then you should be given that chance. Well, thank you so very much. It's great to know that the Ministry of Justice is doing that. And we want to thank Petrina Denton Allen, Acting Director in the Criminal and Civil Justice Unit at the Ministry of Justice, for talking with us this morning. TK is on standby with the morning news.
Ministry of Justice is committed to providing all citizens with effective access to justice through the delivery of quality services. As we continue to enhance service delivery, we have implemented a chatbot to provide you with convenient, reliable, and efficient service. Get instant live support and 24/7 accessibility with the Ministry of Justice's chatbot. Enjoy real-time support for faster responses, reduced wait times, and user-friendly interaction anywhere. Ministry of Justice, justice at your fingertips.
Are you ready for something mega? Mega Mart's giving away a brand new 2025 Hyundai Tucson. Second prize, a mega shopping spree. Third prize, 30,000 monthly shopping spree. Okay, break it down for them.
Spend $6,500 or more before GCT. Fill out the entry form on your receipt. Drop it in the box. That's it.
Authorized under Section 52.
Jamaica, let's spread the word around to let the world know that we are proud to be one republic. We are the right to republic. Well then, let's propel we nation moving forward in a new direction. True independence, that's the projection. No more dependency, it's the best plan. Yes, we know what's best for us, cause we want we country prosperous. So make we just pull together as the general public while on the road to republic. Jamaica, let's spread the word around to let the world know that we are proud to be one republic. We are the right to republic.
A message from the Ministry of Legal and Constitutional Affairs.
We are the right to republic.
The Ministry of Justice is committed to providing all citizens with effective access to justice through the delivery of quality services. As we continue to enhance service delivery, we have implemented a chatbot to provide you with convenient, reliable, and efficient service. Get instant live support and 24/7 accessibility with the Ministry of Justice's chatbot. Enjoy real-time support for faster responses, reduced wait times, and user-friendly interaction anywhere. Ministry of Justice, justice at your fingertips.
I'm not here to take someone's place. I am Ganga, and I have my own identity. Radhika needs you now. Please sit with her and go assure her that no matter what happens, you will never leave her side.
Handling the accounts of this is my responsibility. I will find out why this money is unaccounted for.
You have one night to make sure that you carry out your duties properly, Shiv, because from tomorrow, you will no longer have a role to play here.
No one is allowed to touch Parvati's things no matter what. No one at all. Least of all you.
Ganga.
Brought to you by
Hyundai or Hyundai.
Welcome to Morning News. I'm TK Dawkins. Opposition spokesman on education, Senator Damian Crawford, is not varying from his rhetoric that the Jamaica Labour Party is committing a grave mistake in its expectations of the recently announced rural bus system for students. He challenged the government again while on tour with party executives in Santa Cruz, St. Elizabeth at the weekend. More from Kevin Black.
Opposition Senator Damian Crawford remains unmoved by the government's push to provide rural transportation come September for several thousands of students grappling with transportation woes.
No, I don't know why them send Darrell Vaz to count, because Darrell Vaz can't count past 10 without licking chest. So me want to know why them send him to come count to 600,000. I realize that maybe they want him kill himself, because the more he reach, tell him have a licking chest. By the time he reach 600,000, he must stay there.
Aside from suggesting the marketing by the government as one filled with lies, he reminded of the PNP's strategy to tackle the transportation challenges rural students face.
But what we say? We say we will go to the principals and to the guidance counselors and ask them who is having difficulty coming to school. Once we get that list, we will send our social workers to find out the reason why they have difficulty coming to school. And if the reason is transportation, we're going to look at which category of transportation is the problem. The first category is availability of transport, and the second category is the affordability of transport.
This, as he notes some rural folks have access to transportation, but some drivers may refuse to travel to certain areas due to terrain or other concerns, a matter he says can be fixed through arrangements with local operators.
And if it is an affordability problem, once the child got to school, you will receive your $2,500 a week. They don't want money to you, they want money only to themselves. So when I hear them talk about labor right, none of them not bright like when Mark Olin in a 1 grade. Them not bright like when Dayton, their basic school. Them not bright like when I was in the womb.
He went further to suggest
small minds cannot solve big problems. The education system has deteriorated. I'm going to finish because the boss have to come, but let me say this. Me the one who know when Faval did a move, go to the Ministry of Finance. Because when she was at the Ministry of Education, she could what she did and she did what she could, but nothing wasn't good about it. So the only question I ask the labor rights, if by any chance you think you go win the next election, think again, because the people have asked me what can go so.
Kevin Black reporting for CVM News.
Over to sports now. Australia stormed to a 2-0 series win over the West Indies after another ruthless performance in Grenada on Sunday. Chasing 277 for victory, the Windies collapsed for just 143 in 34.3 overs, handing the Aussies a crushing 133-run win. It was deja vu for the Caribbean side, who were also dismantled inside 3 days in Barbados by 159 runs. Final scores: Australia 286 and 243, West Indies 253 for 243. With the Sir Frank Worrell Trophy secured, Australia now heads to Sabina Park, aiming for a clean 3-0 sweep next week. The Melbourne Cricket Club's annual age group summer camp bowls off today with over 100 eager youngsters set for 10 days of intense training. Leading the charge are James Stewart and former West Indies and Jamaica spinner Nikita Miller, backed by a team of top coaches. Speaking on CVM's Fan Central last Tuesday, Stewart highlighted the camp's strong track record, producing stars who've gone on to represent Jamaica at senior and under-19 levels.
Melbourne has been doing a summer camp for years, because I went there in '96, and it was there before me.
Right.
Yeah, so for a little while, when COVID hit, it took a little break, and myself and Nikita restarted it, really. Mm-hmm. Now, this year, we have done a couple of years by ourselves as Formula. This year, we are collaborating fully now with Melbourne Cricket Club, because that's where our home is. Right. It's Melbourne Cricket Club is our home. Nikita has played years, still playing for Melbourne. Right. And I was management for Melbourne, most of Melbourne cricket teams for years, for over a decade. Mm-hmm. So we have skills training. We have we engage the kids in different forms of drills, right, in different ways, and you are categorized based on your level, mm-hmm, not necessarily age, because sometimes you may be old, but you're not older, but you're not as proficient as someone, right? Or if you're a beginner, right? So that we do for the first day or two, we'll do some screening. Mm-hmm. And basically put players in their respective groups, right? And then the respective coaches will take these groups further, yeah, in terms of showing them the rudiments of the game, and not only that, we plan also to give them on and off field information so they can use it.
And that's it for Morning News. Join us again at noon for more from our news and sports desk. I'm TK Dawkins. There's more Sunrise for you coming up after this.
I'm the one that you always chosen. 50 years.
Thank you, Jamaica,
for 50 years of finger-licking good memories. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Remix the summer with Digicel. 100 lucky winners win $100,000 each, plus surprises all summer. To enter, buy a SIM, 7-day plan or higher, switch to Digicel. Be an active postpaid or Digicel Plus customer, or receive US $15 or more from abroad. Gift a friend a plan. They could win $25,000. Remix the summer with Digicel. Authorized under Section 58 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act. Promo ends September 15, 2025. Conditions apply. Visit DigicelJamaica.com for more info. Digicel, better connected this summer.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yeah. Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Every dream conquered is another dream gained. I land and I fly again like a jet plane. Headed straight in your direction. 'Cause I'm wiser, one step closer. I'm winning 'cause I work so hard. And the music keeps on playing, and the people them I say we are my show tonight. Oh, what a feeling! Don't stop dreaming. Keep on believing in the power of the feeling. Whatever you want, take a chance. Song in your heart, step in your dance. You got a spark, don't fit it down. Shine your lights
I am made for more. That's why I got a JN Bank small business loan to open my salon and build my dream with my style. Now I am my own boss, popping my own style and trending up.
Start your journey with a Jane Bank Small Business Loan. With small business loans with as little as $10,000 and up to $4 million. Visit janebank.com or contact us on WhatsApp 876-295-1298 to get started. Jane Bank, we will help you find a way.
12 minutes after the hour of 7 on this Monday morning. Good morning to you wherever you are, wherever you're tuning in from, however you're tuning in. Thank you for choosing to rise with us. It is Sunrise. I'm Dennis Brooks, and guess what? We're glad to have you back. It's breakfast time, and today we're serving it up raw with good food, great cocktails, and a place to just breathe. Raw Bar, Seafood Restaurant and Lounge is providing it all, and this morning, Restaurant Director Sule Lynch and Marketing Executive Ajene, nice, really fancy name, Ajene Robinson, they're here to show us why Raw Bar might just be your next favorite chill spot. Guys, welcome.
Thank you for having us.
And we also have the chef, Delano. Chef Delano is here with us. Okay, first of all, Raw Bar, it is a seafood restaurant.
Yes.
So that is my kind of place. Finally, there's a proper seafood restaurant. But tell us about the concept. Why raw? Because the food are raw, the food cook.
Yeah, well, the name Raw Bar comes from our identity, our culinary identity, and the richness of our culinary identity. So when we say raw, it means it's organic. It's and matched and abridged.
Yeah.
It's very organic.
So it's about the energy, not necessarily about the food itself.
Well, it's the
Like a
energy
vibe.
and the food, the whole vibe and the
Yeah.
experience.
I like that. I like that. Now, Delano, in terms of the what's on the menu, what if I'm saying to my wife, you know, there's this place, because she will have seafood, but she don't really do exclusively seafood like me. So I'm gonna tell her that there's stuff for you, but there's stuff for me. We're gonna go here. Advise me on how to sell it to her for date night.
How to sell it to her for date night. So I feel like we have a little bit of everything. So we have oysters, which is served raw, as well as grilled. We have some chicken flatbread. We have chicken pasta. We have seafood. We have the fish and chips here, which we're pushing right now. We have the pescatori, which is inclusive of, you know, both meat kind as well as seafood. So I feel like we have a little bit of everything.
So Ajahn, tell me now, from the bar side, because it is a bar, tell me now about how you present it as a place to go and have drinks. Because the drinks, these are mocktails for the Records Broadcasting Commission. These are mocktails. We're not having any liquor. This looks like a mojito.
Yes, it's a virgin mojito.
Eh?
Virgin mojito.
Okay, all right. So tell me about the bar side of it. Is it a place where you can just have drinks with your virgin them?
Yes, most definitely. So it's good for business meetings. It's good for just chilling. Good for date night. So we switch it up every time using our bar.
All right. And so, okay. Delano, tell us what we have here so far.
So this is our seafood flatbread, and on top of it we have a dollop of tzatziki.
So this particular one is, what is it, chicken?
Yeah, man. This is a chicken flatbread. Yes.
Okay. And here we have a very fancy, a very bossy looking fish and chips. Okay, I'm a fish and chips person. I'm a fish and